Get on, motherfuckers! Holy fuck, that's a long way down. Don't want to look at the error.
I'm warning you, back off.
But I don't want to back off.
I'm warning you, back off. Now ain't this a surprise? That's a test, huh? That's all you got?
Take the goal. Oh wait, was there a chest in there? No. Well. What the fuck is going out there?
You call yourself a warrior? Ah! Ysmir's blessing on you.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Books. Chrism Dirks? Oh, it's alternate armor. Never mind. We'll do that at a later date. Not important. Alternate. I looked it up. It was.
Oh well, must have run off. I am waiting for a good death. Yes, were I to simply lay down in... Are you sure about this? We shall see.
God, no!
Is that a buffalo? Nope. Ox. What the fuck is going on? Oh. Great.
It's gonna cost you. What makes you think you're any different to the hundreds of others like you I have killed?
We'll have to drop this armor off at... Forgot what armor it was. Oh, Winterhole's guard and bracelet. Oh, it was Imperial. Oops.
Be painful. You know, because you might fall and hurt yourself.
Where do you think you're going?
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Yeah, it's like...
I'm sorry, could you describe the smell?
Like some horrible monster
The mages don't let us go
inside
in
out
the
and then
They
exploded.
said it's not safe.
What did you do?
It was a minor miscalculation. I've already corrected it for future experiments.
This is why people have a problem with your calling.
Can I help you with anything? Carlia? Then she's finally found it. Do you have Gallus's journal? A problem? No, this is just like Gallus. A dear... He's written all of the text in the Falmer language. No. However, I know someone who might. The court wizard of Marcon. Word of warning. Coselmo is a fierce guardian of his research. In the time before man, they were known... Yes, I would say their culture quite possibly... The Nords went to war with the Falmer in the First Era. killed them by the thousands to drive them from their snowy homeland. The former retreated underground and forged an uneasy alliance with the dwarves who ended up betraying them. This betrayal made them what they are now, horrible, blind monstrosities with a burning hatred of any but their own kind. Yes, I suppose you're... If you wish to learn more about them, you're welcome to my tome on the subject. Should be on my table. Calcelmo is stubborn as a mule. Be careful when you speak to him.
Just say the word if you need a drink or something to eat.
Oh, Fire Bear left. Or always misjudge.
Was there
And
something? I take it by trade you mean dump all your useless junk on me? Fine. Time to move, I guess.
Don't bother with Tacitus. Useless.
You should see
Outsiders
that
aren't
orc
trusted
over in
in
Understone.
Marshall.
Insufferable waiting.
Have keep that in mind.
You like me, eh? Don't fancy those two-handed weapons.
What are you hiding, priest?
I'm not hiding anything. It's closed for a reason.
You know, sometimes I like to roleplay.
First, you take away
No, not like that. I mean, like pretending I'm a mud crab that goes around pinching people on the bottom.
for any desecration
It's
of
about
my
the Hall of the Dead.
You should
No,
try it.
you can't go in there.
Roleplaying, I mean. Although
New to
pinching
Skyrim,
bottoms is
it's
quite
where
fun
people
too.
in the city are buried. Fathers. I can't talk about it. Rest assured, the Jarl... All right? I was going to suggest the Jarl hire someone to sort this mess out anyway. We've discovered that some of the dead have been... We haven't caught anyone. If you can get to the bottom of this, the priesthood of Arcay will reward you. Arcay? It is his shrine people pray to when they visit the hall. That his divinity will watch over their ancestors on the way to the next life.
You here to see the Jarl? No sudden moves, understand?
Not many would walk blindly into a crypt, smelling of steel and blood, but not fear. I feel the hunger inside of you, gnawing at you. You see the dead, and your mouth grows wet. Your stomach growls. It's all right. I will not shun you for what you are. Stay. I will tell you everything you have forgotten. You were young when you first tasted human flesh, weren't you? A brother or sister had died? An accident, of course. Then the hunger set in. Curiosity. What's the harm in just one bite? It's okay now. You found a friend who understands you. You can let go of your guilt. A lot of our kind block out the Namira, the Lady of Decay, accepts you for what you are. She has a place for us where we can It's inside Reachcliff Cave. Meet me there. We'll Until then, tell the people of Markarth that their dead won't be disturbed anymore. We have bigger plans ahead.
There you go.
Lazy motherfucker. No, no, no!
Markarth is a strange place, apparently built by dwarves. Imagine where we would be today if they were still around and fanning their amazing control.
What are you doing here? The excavation site is closed. I don't need any more workers or guards. I told you You idiot! I'm sorry, I got too excited. I'm in the middle of some very... Yes, they invented machine, and then, at a time we are still not sure when, then you were well informed. I'm calling it Calselmo's Guide. Preposterous. That research... You must be mad to think I'd allow anyone to... While I appreciate being an admirer, I'm sure you can appreciate the need to keep my research a secret. I'm not certain how many scholars you're... Do you realize? You best rethink this course of action, or you... Very well. Perhaps when my research is complete, I'll feel more comfortable discussing my findings with you.
Halt! The Dwemer Museum isn't open to anyone without the court wizard's permission. Because you have a problem with that? Go talk to him. You'll find him in front of the ruins during the day, just down the tunnel. Whole Dwarven city underneath the keep. The Schuenzell. Best steer clear if you don't want a steam centurion carving you up.
Look, I'm very busy, so this better be important. What are you doing here? The excavation site is closed. I don't need any more workers or guards. Le Zell? The ruins underneath Markarth? The wealth of artifacts that I've based 2 human lifetimes of research on? You idiot! Do you even know who I am? The most recognized scholar on the Dwemer in all of Tamriel. And you people keep bothering me. I'm sorry, I got too excited. I'm in the middle of some very stressful work, and I shouldn't have yelled. How can I help you? Persistent, aren't? I'll let you in if you agree to something. If you deal with Nimhi, I'll let you into both the excavation site. Enthusiasm. Good. Then you... I'm calling it Calcel... Preposterous. You must be mad to think I'd allow... While I am being an admirer, I'm sure you can appreciate... Very well. Perhaps when my research is complete, I'll feel more comfortable discussing my findings with you. This better be important.
Halt. Because you have a problem with that? Go talk to him. You'll find him in front of the ruins during the day, just down the tunnel.
All right.
What a waste. There must be a dozen men up there. Yeah. Calcelmo called in his entire expedition team. Said he needed every man he could get to protect his research.
I hope you have a backup plan if we get caught.
All right, let's do this. There you go. Time to go to work. There you go.
You have committed crimes against... That can be arranged. What a waste. There must be a dozen men up there. Yeah. Calcelmo called in his entire expedition team. By order of the Yard. Stop right there. What a waste. There must be a dozen men up there. Yeah. Calcelmo called in his entire... Expedition team. That's close enough. You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What a waste. There must be a dozen men up there. Yeah. Calselmo called in his entire expedition team. Said he needed every man he could get to protect his research. Better them than us. We lost 3 good men to the traps up there. And for what? Just to see another damn spider clanking around? Well, at least this post is safe enough. Come on, let's get back to work. That's close enough. What a waste. There must be a dozen men up there. Yeah. Calselmo called in his entire expedition team. Said he needed every man he could get to protect his research. That's close enough. What a waste. There must be a dozen men up there. Yeah. Calselmo called in his entire expedition team. Said he needed every man he could get to protect his research. Better them than us. We lost 3 good men to the traps up there. And for what? Just to see another damn spider clanking around? Well, at least this post is safe enough. Come on, let's get back to work. You're trespassing here. So be it. What a waste. There must be a dozen men up there. Yeah. Calselmo called in his entire expedition team. Said he needed every man he could get to protect his research. Better them than us. We lost 3 good men to the traps up there. And for what? Just to see another damn spider clanking around? Well, at least this post is safe enough. Come on, let's get back to work. By order of the Jarl, stop. That can be arranged. Is that the best you can do?
If you've ever been in a fight with women, you should know they always...
What a waste. There must be a dozen men up there. Yeah. Calselmo called in his entire expedition team. Said he needed every man he could get to protect his research. Better them than us. We lost 3 good men to the traps up there. And for what? Just to see another damn spider clanking around? Well, at least this post is safe enough. Come on, let's get back to work. You're trespassing here. You bet. By order of the Jarl. Stop right there. Then pay with your blood.
Let's do this. Damn. All right, let's do this. There you go.
What was that?
Intruder!
You won't get the best of me! No! Oh, I think I just broke a nail.
Is someone there?
Help! In here!
Do the whole man a favor. Just die,
Got the best.
You'd hit a woman?
They're not supposed to be in here. Or are they? Don't know.
with a nice view. Yes, I'm Do you have something to say? Possibly my other womanly assets. I rather enjoyed a little chat. Have you ever tried bareback? I didn't like it.
I thought it was finally going to be a
Alright, let's do this. Oh, shit. Time to go to work. Let's do this. Let's do this. Shit. Alright, let's do this. Shit. Let's do this. Time to go to work. There you go.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense? Smart man. Now...
I oversee Markarth's smelter. Worker gets out of line, I get... You're not one of my workers. What are you doing here? You hard of hearing. I run this smelter. You don't like the Nords? What? No, but he hands all the paperwork over to Nepos, the nose, to finish. That old man's back is heavy with burden. Fight well.
Destruction magic's fine. Just don't go burning down in... buildings.
Coming. Oh, fuck. I'll have to make it.
Come on in. Just stoked the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
Back, eh? And how was our... Besides the fact that there are only a handful of people in Tamriel that even recognize the language, I'm fairly certain he was planning some sort of a heist that involved a deep understanding of the Falmer language. Sadly, we never had the opportunity. Ironically, I pointed him in the same direction. I'm only hoping whatever means he used to learn the language will still be available. I suppose it would be inappropriate of... A rubbing, eh? Odd. I expected notes. I understand. Now, let me take a good look at this. Over here, please. This is intriguing, but highly disturbing. It appears that Gallus had suspicions about Mercer Frey's allegiance to the Guild for months. Gallus had begun to uncover what he calls an unduly lavish lifestyle replete with spending vast amounts of gold on personal pleasures.
Does the journal say where this wealth came from?
Yes, Gallus seems certain that Mercer had been removing funds from the Guild's treasury without anyone's knowledge.
Anything else, Enther? Anything about the Nightingales?
Yes, here it is. The last few pages seem to describe the failure of the Nightingales, although it doesn't go into great detail. Gallus also repeatedly mentions his strong belief that Mercer desecrated something known as the Twilight Sepulchre.
Shadows preserve us. So it's true.
I'm not familiar with the Twilight Sepulchre. What is it? What's Mercer Frey done?
I'm sorry, Enther. I can't say. All that matters is we deliver your translation to the Guild immediately. Farewell, Enther. Words can't express.
It's all right, Carlia. You don't have to say a word. Listen, all I want is the truth to be revealed to the Guild. They respected Carlia, and she deserves better. Do whatever you can, and I'd consider it a personal favor. If you ever manage to get... I've been known to handle items of questionable interest from time to time, and I'll see what I can do.
We must hasten to Riften before Mercer can do any more damage to the Guild. You've come this far, so I see no harm in concealing it any longer. The Twilight Sepulchre is the temple to Nocturnal. It's what the Nightingales are sworn to protect with their lives. Everything that represents Nocturnal's influence is contained within the walls of the Sepulchre. Now it seems Mercer's broken his oath with Nocturnal and defiled the very thing he swore to protect. I felt the same way when Gallus first revealed these things to me. I think given time you'll understand what I mean. As a Nightingale, I've been sworn to secrecy regarding the Sepulchre. I know the Guild doesn't do much to foster faith, but I'm going to have to ask that you continue to trust me. I'll make for Riften and scout the situation. In the meantime, I wanted you to have this. If the Guild isn't willing to listen to reason, you might have to.
So did Carlia send you again? Your own this time.
There's have you heard of Synced?
I understand Courier's been complaining about our
Ice Bear?
Love it. It's our inn, and they call it.
Have you heard of Synced?
I believe he was suggesting their presence causes him harm.
Yeah, it's SYNCED. It's a game that's on Steam. That might come to Xbox later at a later date, but it's in alpha. It's in alpha or beta. It's a companion shooter set in a techno-apocalyptic future. You're a runner who must fight against enemy teams and synchronize with nano companion classes to deploy in combat and strengthen your squad, upgrade your weapons, and discover the mystery of the Meridian. I don't think so. It doesn't look cartoonish. It's called Synced Off Planet. Yeah. 10 cents, I think. 10 cent next to it's a PvPVE.
Winterhold belongs to Skyrim, not the Imperium.
I don't think it is. There is PvP, but there's also player versus enemy.
Visit some town that has collapsed into the sea. Okay, well, I suppose there is the
It was
college,
showed off
and the most important thing of all,
in 2021.
somewhere to get a drink.
Gravity, Velociraptors.
Ah, shit.
If Mark, Mr. Cartoon.
It's like Outriders. It looks like. I don't know. There's a crusher. No, suppressor. Guardian. Yeah, off planet. You can look at some like it, but that's you're thinking of a different game. You're thinking of
Damn faithless Imperials.
I played you think about good big robots. Something like that. I'll send it to you. Yeah, I'm sending you a link to it. Okay, there. There you go. But the thing is, it's only on PC. I hope they bring it over to Xbox in a few years. I do have a PC, but I don't... It's like still in testing phases. But this game, not sure. Don't know how to set up cloud gaming. I do it and I don't. It's just very tricky.
What is it?
Sure. I'm a dirty beggar. Why would you want to even speak to me?
I run the meat and produce stand at the market. Come by and see me if you want some of the freshest food you've ever eaten.
There's even a Discord. I asked when it will come to Xbox. They say probably after. It's not right now, but in the future it might. There's a good chance. But I just don't want to install it on a PC just to play it. I do have... There's a PC downstairs, but I don't know if it could run it or not. It's a gaming one, but it's not all the way out yet. There's an open playtest.
I'm glad you're here. I think some of these people are beginning to suspect who I am. Are you ready to face the guild? Then we show them Gallus's journal and hope for the best. Remember, we have proof and all he's got is his word. Keep your eyes open. I'm not sure what to expect when we enter the cistern.
You better have a damn good reason to be here with that murderer.
Please, lower your weapons so we can speak. I have proof that you've all been misled.
No tricks, Carlia, or I'll cut you down where you stand. Now what's this so-called proof you speak of?
I have Gallus's journal. I think you'll find its contents disturbing.
Let me see. No, it can't be. This can't be true. I've known Mercer too long.
It's true, Brynjolf. Every word. Mercer's been stealing from the guild for years, right under your noses.
There's only one way to find out if what the lass says is true. Delvin, I'll need you to open the vault.
Wait just a blessed moment, Bryn. What's in that book? What did it say?
It says Mercer's been stealing from a vault for years. Gallus was looking into it before he was murdered.
How can Mercer open up a vault that needs 2 keys? It's impossible. Could he pick his way in?
That door has the best puzzle locks money can buy. There's no way it can be picked open.
He didn't need to pick the lock.
What's she on about?
Use your key on the vault, Delvin. We'll open it up and find out the truth.
I've used my key, but the vault's still locked up tighter than a drum. Now use yours.
By the 8.
I bet
It's
if
gone.
a guy found out
Everything's
his wife
gone.
was
Get in
Dragonborn,
here, all of
he wouldn't be best pleased. Men already constantly complain about being shouted at by their wives. I mean, can you imagine a Dragonborn woman shouting at her husband? That would really give him something to complain about.
That son of a bitch. I'll kill him.
Vex, put it away, right now. We can't afford to lose our heads. We need to calm down and focus.
Do what he says, Vex. This ain't helping right now.
Fine. We do it your way. For now.
Delvin, Vex, watch the flagon. If you see Mercer, come tell me right away.
Looking for work? Got lots of jobs available. Well, I was looking for this little beauty. If you happen across any other this should compensate you for your find. Well, if you happen across... What a delightful find. This should cover it. This is getting dangerous. Don't let anything get a jump on you.
Look, before I help you track Mercer down, I need to know what you learned from Carlia. Trying to make Mercer look bad in front of Maven, eh? Clever lass. Was there anything else? I feared that was the case. From that last entry in Gallus's diary, it looks like he was getting close to exposing Mercer to the Guild. Anything else? What? Nightingales? But I always assumed they were just a tale. A way to keep the young footpads in line. Was there anything else she told you? Then I have an important task for you. I need you to break into Mercer's home and search for anything that could tell us where he's gone. Aye, a gift from the Blackbriars after they kicked the previous family out. Place called Riftweald Manor. He never stays there, just pays for the upkeep on it. Hired some lout by the name of Vol to guard the place. Be careful, lad. Just find a way in, get the information and leave. And you have permission to kill. Good question. I've only set foot inside. If you can get past his trained watchdog, I think your best bet might be... No. It's some sort of I'd wager a well-placed shot at the ramp's mechanism would lower it in a hurry. Better question would be, Mercer took everything. Even all of our... Before Mercer took over, Gallus started collecting museums, keeps, estates, you name it. I don't have a clue. Without 2 keys, it's impossible to open. I have a key, Delvin has a key, and Mercer has a key. That's it. There are no other... Huh. That'd be... Mercer's holding something up. Talk to Vex. She used to know him very well, if you catch my meaning. Careful at Mercer's place. I don't want to lose anyone else to that madman.
It's one thing to say you've got the skills to be a thief. It's another...
Before we begin, I want to make 2 things perfectly clear. 1, I'm the best infiltrator this rat hole of a guild's got. So if you think you're here to replace me, you're dead wrong. And do exactly as I say. No questions, no excuses. Now you I like. I think you and I are gonna get along. Now it's time to get your feet wet. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. Who knows? If you want my opinion, I'd say it's just plain old. You can get out there and while you're at it, make a little bit of coin on the side. Not a bad deal, eh? Been a while since I've seen one of those. What you've got there is a stone of Baron Zaya. The stone was pried off of Baron Zaya's ceremonial crown by a thief in order to cover his tracks. I think there were 24 in all. Most people keep them as a curiosity. Some of the guild members have tried to locate them over... Look, I only buy things I can... Tell you, find the rest of them, talk to me again. Otherwise, keep it. Maybe it'll bring you luck. That pig? Oh, I have info on... Vald, good side? The only thing Vald understands is gold. Sure, but he'll ask for a whole lot. I mean, your best bet would be to erase his debt with Maven Blackbriar. Of course, you could just run him through and take what you need off his corpse. I could care less. While you're in there, help yourself to anything in Frey's Manor. I would.
It's one thing to say you've got the skills to be a thief. It's another to actually use them.
I dare Mercer to come back here. He sets one foot in...
The Imperials think us all lawless beasts. I'm proof of their ignorance.
If you've got the coin, you've come to the right place. Pull up a seat.
Bing bong! Bong!
Hands to yourself, sneak thief.
I presume you're bothering me for a good... Vald? He owes me a steep debt. In fact, he's lucky all I did was force him to work for Mercer. A few years back, Vald was tasked with getting it here safely, and the wizards called it the Quill of Gemination, and demanded a tremendous amount of gold to have it made. If you can locate the quill and return it to me, something Vald was too stupid to do himself, the quill was supposed to allow me to duplicate. I'm sure you can understand how useful that... Fortunately, the quill required an ink with a unique formula so if you're getting any ideas about selling it to someone else or keeping it, you'll find it'll hold little value.
Bing bong!
People seem to think all Nords are racist, but surely that itself is racist. I'm not racist, though I just don't like Khajiits, or Argonians, or elves. Come to think of it, I'm not that fond of orcs, red guards, or Imperials either. Damn it, I always end up upsetting someone. Don't take it personally. So you're good at piercing people with your bow and arrow, huh? Well, make sure you don't go penetrating me. I mean with an arrow, of course.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Shit. All right, let's do this. All right.
Bing bong.
So you're the strong silent type, huh? I bet you must love me talking to you all the time. Then again, who could resist spending time with me?
Have our scouts come up with any information on these reports of
there seems to be a trend of women wearing subtle amounts of war paint on their lips and
I
around
presume
their
you're
eyes.
bothering me for a good reason.
Do you think I look attractive?
Really? I wrote that off a long time ago.
Does it make me look more
Well,
attractive?
I suppose I need...
Did you not
Give
notice?
this document to Vald. It frees him from the debt, but I never want to see him in Riften again.
I've also taken the liberty in preparing a private carriage, just in case.
Good. If Riften should fall, it's only right that its leader be spared.
We'll show those faithless dogs who this land belongs to.
This is Mercer Frey's place, and he don't like visitors. Of mine? What is it? I can't believe it. Never mind, I don't care. Here, you did me a favor. I guess I owe you one.
There you go.
Is someone there?
Found you. What's the best you can do?
No place.
Damn you.
The last person I killed was Stipsy. All part of him was.
Bing bong.
Time to go to work. Let's do this. Shit. Alright, let's do this. Shit. Let's do this. Time to go to work. All right. was that?
Bing bong.
What time to end this little game? You need to do better than that. We're routed. All back. Come on. Finish it.
At least you will die with a nice view. Yes, I'm referring to my face and possibly my other womanly assets.
Let's do this. All right, let's do this. There you go.
Stabbed in the back. Well, well, I was looking for this little beauty. If you happen across it, must have come from Mercer's place. He'd admired the grey fox for some time. Sure, I'll buy it from you. Here you are. Can't talk long.
Bing bong.
Gotta keep my eyes open for Mercer.
We've scoured the town and I've spoken to every Shore's beard. He's going after the eyes of the Falmer? That was Gallus's pet project. If he gets his hands on them, you can be certain he'll be gone for good and set up for life. Agreed. He's taken everything the guild has left, and to go after one of the last greatest heists is just an insult. I've spoken to Carlia and made amends for how the guild's treated her. Now she wishes to speak with both of us. Quickly, we have no time to lose. Until next we meet, lad.
promise you, all your questions will be answered. You just have to trust me.
If you need marksman training, and you've got the coin, I'm ready to teach you.
Brynjolf, the time has come to decide Mercer's fate. Until a new guildmaster is chosen, the decision falls to you.
Aye, lass. And I've come to a decision. Mercer Frey tried to kill both of you. He betrayed the guild, murdered Gallus, and made us question our future. He needs to die.
We have to be very careful, Brynjolf. Mercer is a Nightingale, an agent of Nocturnal.
And it's all true. Everything I heard in the stories. The Nightingales, their allegiance to Nocturnal, and the Twilight Sepulchre.
Yes. That's why we need to prepare ourselves and meet Mercer on equal footing. Just outside of Riften, beyond the southeast gate, is a small path cut up the mountainside. At the end of that path is a clearing, and an old standing stone. I'd ask you both to meet me there.
I have some preparations of my own to make. I'll meet you at the stone.
Need something?
Want to talk? Go ahead. Yeah? What's your problem? Look, I don't really know you. I don't even really know... Why do you care anyway? It's not... Look, you want to know about me? I'll tell you about the time I was a young girl, barely out of her teens, living on a pig farm in the middle of nowhere. Didn't have a coin to spend between our entire family. Ate the same slop we fed our livestock. Oh wait, it gets much better. How about the fact that our farm was attacked by bandits, and that they killed my entire family who didn't even brandish a weapon against them? Here's the best part. They took me as a prize and violated me for a fortnight. Tossed me from bandit to bandit like... It's fine. I had to tell someone, I suppose. Carrying around a weight like that, it hurts after a while. Over time, I managed to gain their confidence. Then one night I grabbed a knife, waited until they fell asleep, and cut their throats. I never returned to that pig farm, you know. There's nothing for me there. So that's my sad story. What do you... Maybe one day. Just not today. I hope we bump into each other again.
Trouble?
Not yet, but give it time.
What is it? Dragons?
Seeing as how Riften is home to the Thief's Guild, maybe we can work something out if you have trouble with the law. For the right price. The burden of death approaches!
A blood dragon. Well, blood dragon, you're gonna die.
Now it's time to die again.
A blood dragon!
People say you shouldn't be naked in public, but I managed to get a free outfit out of it, so it can't be all that bad. I mean, it's not like you would leave me walking around naked the whole time.
What manner of magic is this? Someone stole your sweet roll. Don't think you can barter with me.
Yes, but don't worry.
Damn
You won't be
shopkeepers.
hearing from them again.
I'm glad you're here. This is the headquarters of the Nightingales, cut into the mountainside by the first of our kind. We've come to seek the edge we need to defeat Mercer Frey. If you'll follow me, I'll try to explain on the way. She's the mistress of night and darkness, and the patron. Nocturnal isn't one for worship and reverence. There are no... She influences our luck, and in return, demands... You're closer to understanding than you realize. The only difference is she doesn't demand payment in the traditional sense. Whether you know it or not, Nocturnal dictates how well we perform as rogues. Again, like a novice picking an impossible... It's through these subtle means that Nocturnal influence. Nocturnal's whim is the greatest mystery to everyone. Does she exact payment? The return certainly seems worth the risk, though. From the moment you were struck with my poisoned arrow at Snowvale Sanctum, my path changed. Perhaps I couldn't bring Mercer back alive, but together, we were able to... I'd always intended Mercer's fate to ultimately be decided by the Guild, and it seems they've spoken.
So this is Nightingale Hall. I heard about this place when I joined the Guild, but I never believed it existed.
The assumption that the Nightingales were just a myth was seeded within the Guild on purpose. It helped divert attention from our true nature. What's wrong, Brynjolf? I can almost hear your brow furrowing.
I'm trying to understand why I'm here, lass. I'm no priest, and I'm certainly not religious. Why pick me?
This isn't about religion, Brynjolf. It's business.
Just look at that stunning view. What? I wasn't
This
looking
is
at you, I
Nightingale
was
Hall.
looking at... Okay, I was looking at you. Time to move, I guess.
To the armory to don your Nightingale armor. We can begin the oath.
Time's wasting, and Mercer's still out there. Let's get this show on the road.
You appear ready for the oath.
Time's wasting, and Mercer's still out there. Let's get this show on the road.
You appear ready for the oath. You appear ready for the oath.
Dragon Ball.
Time's wasting, and Mercer's Okay, lass. We've got these get-ups on. Now what?
Beyond this gate is the first step in becoming a nightingale.
Whoa there, lass. I appreciate the armor, but becoming a nightingale? That was never discussed.
To hold any hope of defeating Mercer, we must have Nocturnal at our backs. If she's to accept you as one of her own, an arrangement must be struck.
What sort of arrangement? I need to know the terms.
The terms are quite simple, Brynjolf. Nocturnal will allow you to become a nightingale and use your abilities for whatever you wish. And in return, both in life and in death, you must serve as a guardian of the Twilight Sepulchre.
Aye, there's always a catch. But at this point, I suppose there isn't much to lose. If it means the end of Mercer Frey, you can count me in.
What about you? Are you ready to transact the oath with Nocturnal? Good. After I open the gate, please stand on the circle.
I think we should trust the lass and take the deal.
We'll speak when the oath is complete. We'll speak when the oath is complete.
Time's wasting, and Mercer's...
You would think it would be quite hard, but apparently not.
I call upon you, Lady Nocturnal, Queen of Murk, and Empress of Shadow. Hear my voice.
Ah, Carlia. I was wondering when I'd hear from you again. Lose something, did we?
My lady, I've come before you to throw myself upon your mercy, and to accept responsibility for my failure.
You're already mine, Carlia. Your terms were struck long ago. What could you possibly offer me now?
I have two others that wish to transact the oath, to serve you both in life and in death.
You surprise me, Carlia. This offer is definitely weighted in my favor.
My appetite for Mercer's demise exceeds my craving for wealth, Your Grace.
Revenge. How interesting. Very well. The conditions are acceptable. You may proceed.
Lady Nocturnal, we accept your terms. We dedicate ourselves to you as both your avengers and your sentinels. We will honor our agreement in this life and the next until your conditions have been met.
Very well. I name your initiates Nightingale, and I restore your status to the same, Carlisle. And in the future, I'd suggest you refrain from disappointing me again.
Now that you've transacted the oath, it's time to reveal the final piece of the puzzle to you. Mercer's true crime. Mercer was able to unlock the Guild's vault without 2 keys because of what he stole from the Twilight Sepulchre, the skeleton key. By doing this, he's compromised our ties to Nocturnal and, in essence, caused our luck to run dry. Well, yes. But the key isn't only restricted to physical barriers. All of us possess untapped abilities, the potential to wield great power securely sealed within our minds. Once you realize the key can access these traits, the potential becomes limitless. Although it would benefit the guild more than you can imagine, in the end it would do more harm than good. If the key isn't returned to its lock in the Twilight Sepulchre, things will never be the same for the guild. As time passed, our luck would diminish to the point of non-existence, and whether you know it or not, our uncanny luck defines our trade. Very true. In our line of work, it's quite rare we set out to return a stolen item to its rightful owner. Before we depart, Brynjolf has some business to discuss. I suggest you listen to him.
Listen, lad. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the guild. Carlia and I had a long discussion before you arrived here. Thanks to your efforts, Mercer's treachery has been exposed. After we deal with him, all that remains is restoring the guild to its full strength. As a result, we both feel that you have the potential of replacing Mercer as leader of the Thieves Guild.
I've been at this game a long time, my friend. A long time. I've stolen trinkets from nobles and framed priests for murder. I'm good at what I do, maybe even one of the best, but it's all I know. I've never been one to lead. Never desired it, never cared for it. Don't want it. Well, we have a bit of an errand to run before your coronation.
Then it's decided. When this is all over and Delvin's contacts assure me that we've regained our footing in Skyrim, we'll handle the details. Until then, I've been poring over the plans you brought us, and I'm convinced the eyes of the Carlia and I will meet you there. Prepare yourself, lad. This will be a fight that...
If you would have asked me that yesterday, I'd have said no. But now I think our chances have improved. Look, call me crazy if you like, but I trust Carlia. I don't think she'd lead us down as... Besides, I'd rather die with some of Mercer's blood on my blade than spend the rest of my life regretting that Aye, and some of what Carlia said is starting to make sense. Mercer may have damaged our reputation and raided our coffers, but this goes well beyond even his twisted form of larceny. Old Delvin kept calling it a curse, and we all laughed at him. Looks like the joke's on us. Until next we meet, lad.
Did I tell you about...
Time to go to work.
Time I nearly... made 2 people die without even touching them? I didn't feel like wearing clothes that day. One man nearly choked to death on a piece of bread when he saw me, and the other fell over a bridge and nearly drowned.
Alright, let's do this. There you go.
don't have much to talk about right now.
It's gonna cost you.
It'd be so much easier to
You
row
really have
when
been
you're
at this school as you think you can take me on. Is it me, or are the priests in Skyrim all perverts?
Let's do this. Damn thing. Let's do this. There you go.
That I had injured my leg, and one of them told me to remove my clothes, so he could use his healing hands on me. Needless to say, he needed a bit of healing himself after that.
Now you're mine. A bad time to get lost, friend. I'll kill you with my hand.
Just a rat. I fought worse than you. I cannot best you. No!
Ebony plate? I'll make her my own armor. So, whatever. It looks the same. Okay, let's take that.
do this. Oh, shit. Alright, let's do this. Shit. Time to go to work. Damn thing. Let's do this. Let's do this. There we go.
Why are these old ruins built out of stone? And why are they so big? So many questions and no one to answer them.
Life's a mystery.
Mercer's been here. Too late. Brynjolf and I found them like that. We have to do it. We should tread carefully. I wouldn't be surprised if he's left behind a few surprises for us.
Ugh. Do the Falmer also have no sense of smell? This place reeks.
It's Mercer. Look, down there.
At last. Done.
What was that?
Yo!
Size of this place. Have you ever seen anything like it in your life, lass?
Can't say that I have. Imagine the riches hidden within these walls.
Fuck! After we get done with this quest and...
Mercer's been here. I hope we aren't. Brynjolf, we have to catch up to him before... We should tread carefully. I wouldn't be surprised if he's left behind
There
a
will
few
be blood today.
surprises for
I
us.
can promise you. That.
What's that? It's Mercer. Look, down there.
I'm on it, lass. Damn it, there's no way through.
Boned arrow?
What was that?
That's what happens when you cross the guild.
Look at the size of this place. Have you ever seen anything like it in your life, lass?
Time to go to work. Let's do this. Damn thing. Let's do this. Shit. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Time to go to work. There you go.
Oh, it's a 2-set lock. Fuck. Um... There we go.
Your choice.
Wait. I hear something.
Yeah, just as I was getting warmed up.
Now we fight. Shadows take you.
You just made the last mistake of your life.
Most people like to hunt animals. I also love to hunt people. And pretty much anything else. It's not surprising the Dwemer are no longer.
Sure as bones. Look at that. Monstrosity.
What
I
was
heard
that?
some.
That does it! You should pick up someone your own size. Or bigger, as you would stand more chance than beating me.
You just made the last mistake.
I don't like to boast, but I'm superior to you in every possible way. Who am I kidding? I love to boast.
Who's there?
Yo!
What was that? Enough, guys!
That's why I'm the best.
This is where we saw Mercer. You must be getting close. This place. It's like a maze. How did the dwarves find their way around?
The stench. This place. I'm the best.
What was that?
No mercy for the weak.
It's gonna cost you! No! Oh, I think I just broken it. I almost feel sorry for you thinking you could actually take me on.
Show me you've got what it takes.
Nightingale.
Okay. I underestimated you. I'm not dead yet. It does it!
Yo!
lucky I have company, so I can do unspeakable.
Just as I was getting warned.
I can hear water rushing through these pipes. We must be beneath a lake.
So tough to me.
Wait, I hear something.
Let's do this. Time to go to work. Damn thing. Let's do this. Oh shit. Let's do this.
You just made the last mistake of your life.
You don't look so tough to me.
I send you to your rest.
Do you have something to say? Let's not hang around then.
Certain of it. We must prepare ourselves. He's here, and he hasn't seen us yet. Brynjolf, watch the door.
Aye, lass.
That seems to be very popular, don't you think? It's all people ever seem to eat.
Carlia, when will you learn you can't get the drop on me? When Brynjolf brought you before me, I could feel a sudden shift in the wind. And at that moment, I knew it would end with one of us at the end of a blade. What's Carlia been filling? Nocturnal doesn't care about you, the key, or anything having to do with the guild. Revenge, is it? When will you open your eyes and realize how little... It's clear you'll never see... Instead, you've chosen to fall over your own... Then the die is cast, and once again my blade will taste Nightingale blood.
I heard
There.
something.
Your feeble attempt to hide is insulting.
What's happening? I can't stop myself.
Damn you, imbecile! Fight it, Brynjolf! He's taken control of you! way and let's get out of here.
No luck there, lass. Something must have fallen on the other side of the door because it isn't moving.
We have to find another way out of here before the place fills with water. Anyway, last time I checked, metal wasn't capable of intelligent thought. Or any thought for that matter. I wonder if I...
Sorry, lad. I've got important things to do. We'll speak another time.
I can't believe it's over. 25 years in exile, and just like that, it's done. All that remains is to ensure the safe return of the skeleton key. I'm afraid it's not that simple. When the skeleton key was stolen from the Twilight Sepulchre, our access to the inner sanctum was removed. The only way to bring it back will be through the Pilgrim's Path. It wasn't created for the Nightingales. It was created to test those who wish to serve Nocturnal in other ways. As a consequence, I have no knowledge. Brynjolf is needed back at the Thieves', and I'm afraid you'll have to face the end of your journey alone. Take this with you. I'm not certain if it will help within the walls. I've had this bow almost my entire life, and it's never let me down. I hope it brings you the same luck.
Sorry, lad. I've got important things to do. We'll speak another time.
I don't recognize you, but I sense that you're one of us. Who are you? The last of the Nightingale Sentinels, I'm afraid. I've defended the Sepulchre alone for what seems like an eternity. We were betrayed by one of our own kind. In fact, I was blinded. Perhaps if I had been more vigilant, then Mercer... I haven't heard that name in a long time. How do you know of me? The key! You have the skeleton key! I never thought I'd see it again. And Mercer Frey? Then, it's over. I owe you a great deal, Nightingale. You've done the guild. My only regret is that you had to undertake... Carlia? She's still alive? I feared she'd befallen the same fate. Nothing would bring me more pride than to return. From the moment I arrived here, I felt myself... The Sepulchre isn't merely a temple or a vault to house the key. Within these walls is the Ebonmere, a conduit to Nocturnal's realm of Everglow. When Mercer stole the key, that conduit closed. I'm afraid so. Whatever damage has been caused can only be corrected by following the Pilgrim's... With the Ebonmere closed, and their sudden severance from the realm of Everglow, they're shadows of their former selves. My spirit didn't manifest itself in the Sepulchre immediately. So, however, ever since that day, The Ebonmere is a conduit through which Nocturnal influence... Yes, but Nocturnal. Think about a pick. Our access to those... Precisely. There are a few who still call Noct... I wish I could... The only possible help I've come across are the remains of some poor fellow who is trying to follow in your footsteps. Perhaps his journal can help? Comes for you now. You dare hide from...
So, after this, we'll end it because I'm getting tired.
You can never stop me. I will return.
Stay in the darkness, out of the light. Pick one of the heads. It's gotta be in the head. Oh. Right there. And the other one is right here.
I sense a presence. Mortal fool, no one hides from the dead. Eternal slumber awaits.
Oh, I think it's a trap now.
Your shroud awaits. The endless sleep comes for us all.
I've heard of this mystical natural wonder known as the Fountain of Booze. Do you think the stories are true? It sure hopes.
My, what do we have here? It's been a number of years since I've set foot on your world. Or perhaps it's been moments. One tends to lose track. So, once again, the key has been stolen, and a champion returns it to the sepulchre. Now that the Ebonmere has been restored, you stand before me awaiting your accolades. A pat on your head, a kiss on your cheek. What you fail to realize is your actions were expected and represent nothing more than the fulfillment of your agreement. Don't mistake my tone for displeasure. After all, you've obediently performed your duties to the letter. But we both know this has little to do with honor and oaths and loyalty. It's about the reward, the prize. Fear not. You'll have your trinkets, your desire for power, your hunger for wealth. I bid you to drink deeply from the Ebonmere mortal, for this is where the agent of Nocturnal is born. The oath has been struck, the die has been cast, and your fate awaits you in the Everglow. Farewell, Nightingale. See to it the key stays this time, won't you?
I'm glad you were able to bring the key back safely. Nocturnal seemed quite pleased with your efforts. I wouldn't take that to heart. Think of her as a scolding mother continually pushing you harder. I assure you, had she been displeased with you, we wouldn't be having... The circles at the base of the Ebonmere imbue you with power. The crescent moon represents the agent of stealth. This is Nocturnal. If you ever feel the need to change your... Be warned that once you've chosen, you can't reselect. Now, your life as a Nightingale begins. Should the need arise, the Guild has welcomed me back with open arms. I only hope that this isn't an ending to things. Why, perhaps the greatest crime spree Skyrim's ever known. There are pockets. We may be Nightingales, but in our hearts we're still thieves. And we're damned. The agent of stealth is the master of remaining unseen. They are able to manipulate the darkness and use it to their advantage. On moonlit nights or in darkened rooms, this agent literally becomes invisible. The agent of strife can send forth a tendril of pure darkness into the heart of another, causing great injury to them. At the same time, this tether will bolster the agent's own life force, making him stronger. The agent of subterfuge utilizes shadow to cloud the judgment of those around him. By weaving the darkness to their will, this agent can manipulate others into fighting for the Nightingale for a limited time. Choose your path, and your journey will be complete.
Carlyle?
Gallus! I feared I would never see you again. I was afraid you'd become like the others.
If it were not for the actions of this Nightingale, your fears would have come true. He honors us all.
What will you do now, my love?
Nocturnal calls me to the Everglow. My contract has been fulfilled.
Will I ever see you again?
When your debt to Nocturnal has been paid, we'll embrace once again.
Farewell, Gallus. Eyes open. Walk with the shadows.
Goodbye, Carlyle.
full moon. And that's where we'll end it off tonight. I can pick it later.